Hello everybody, welcome to Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed today. Doing a whiskey. It says Amador Whiskey Company. Let me show you. What am I doing here? Let me show you. See that? See that? See what's written all over there? Amador Whiskey Company, Double Barrel. Blended bourbon whiskies, plural. Finished with Chardonnay wine barrels, 86.8 proof, 43.4 alcohol by volume. Batch 4 bottled 2019. I'm sorry, February 2019. Case number 2310. What does this say? Because that didn't tell me a damn thing. We partner with the finest distillers to create limited edition luxury whiskeys. Okay. So obviously they source whiskey and combine them into one bottle. See if there's anything interesting. What is it? Double barrel that is aged, and not sure about, well, blended bourbon whiskeys finished with Chardonnay wine barrels. It's interesting because I've never had a bourbon finished in Chardonnay before. Had it finished in Cabernet Sauvignon or red wine, but never the white Chardonnay. That's all this says. I did go on their website trying to find something. Found very little. They even have that booklet. See, the thing about this booklet here is it says our first creation was a 10 barrel, but that's not what this. I want to know about this one. And then it says our next was a double barrel, which this says double barrel, that is aged in 2 types of barrels to create an exceptional tasting bourbon. Double barrel is a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys aged in new charred American oak barrel. No. All right. Well, new charred American oak barrels for 5.5 years, according to this. No. What I found, and I'm sorry, I just like to know what I'm getting into here. Marries the best of Kentucky bourbon with Napa Valley wine barrel finishing. Alright, I'm done. Let's just get into it. It might be Kentucky, but if it was Kentucky, I would think it would say Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, which means it's at least 2 years old. It was made in Kentucky. One of the 2 years, that has to be at least 2 years old, it was aged in Kentucky. And if it's less than 2 years, or excuse me, 4 years old, it has to have an age statement on the label. You don't have to put straight, or Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. But if it's made in Kentucky, and it's therefore aged in Kentucky, and it's over 4 years old, why wouldn't you put it? I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it, see if it's any good. Here it is. Synthetic cork. All right, not a big deal. All right. Sourced bourbon, right? Various distilleries, from what I can gather, and then aged in Chardonnay barrels, or finished in Chardonnay barrels. It doesn't say how long this was aged, and since it doesn't say straight, it doesn't have to list it, I don't think. I think only if it's designated as straight is that required you to put if it's less than 4 years old. Anyway, all right, you know what? I'm gonna look and see if it's if I could tell if it's chill filtered or not. I'll tell you this. It's awful thin. I've had bourbons that have stuck like glue to the glass and no legs come down for a long time. This kind of runs down quick. Would tend to tell me that the oil has been taken out or reduced, but I don't know. Might not be the best way to tell. There's the color. Color doesn't tell you nothing. You don't know what the char level on the barrels it was aged in R. It does have a yellow or orange hue to it. I'm assuming that comes from the wine. I'm very, I reviewed wines on here, so I'm very familiar with Chardonnay. I'm very familiar with bourbon. Tell you, I'm getting a lot of butterscotch on the smell. I like that. I can tell it has that wine influence in it. Tell you what, butterscotch is dominant. Yeah. Sweet butterscotch. Yeah, you know what? Sweet butterscotch smells good. Wine smells good. Let's see if it tastes good. Oh, before I even tell you this, how did I forget the most important part? This was given to me to try. Third one now, by my friend and co-worker, Jeff. Jeff, thank you. He tries new bourbons. He tries to find things that are different, and he constantly brings them to me to, for you all, for me to do it for you all. So we've got to have a shout out to Jeff. He's my man. He keeps bringing me these bourbons. Gotta love a guy like that. All right, now we're gonna give her what you've been waiting for. All right, well, a little hot for the 86. Little hot. On the initial taste of this, I get the nice wine and the butterscotch that I smelled, and I really like that. I'm not crazy about the finish. Finish is a little dirty. No sweetness or any good part. It's kind of a bitter dirtiness on the finish. The beginning, front of the mouth, tongue, the tip of the tongue, the mid palate. It's very good. Tastes a little thin and watery. I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you can see it. You can see how fast those legs are running down. That's probably hard to see. Anyway, thin, watery, not a good aftertaste. Pleasant on the front and mid palate. I'm just gonna put the tiniest little ice cube in here and see what a little bit of dilution does. Maybe I can take that bitterness away. Really took the smell down. Alright, let's just, hadn't changed it, just lowered it. Well, two things. One, it has reduced the bitterness and the bad aftertaste, but it's reduced the amount of flavor on the front. I thought I read somewhere that this would be good as a mixer made with a few drinks. Whenever I see that they are pushing that it be used as a mixer, makes me. I just remembered that I did see that somewhere. You can do your own research. Maybe in the last one I looked at, I didn't bother reading the whole thing to you all because it's boring. But I don't like it. I don't like the finish. Okay, it's a little thin on the mouthfeel. It has a nice smell. It has a nice taste up front and mid palate. I don't like the finish. When you're done, like right now, I'm tasting a really bad bitter finish. I'm going with a mixer on this one. Smells good, tastes good initially, falls short. That's just my opinion. But what doesn't fall short is my man Jeff. keeps letting me try now the third bourbon, and he searches for strange bourbons that he thinks are different, and then he likes me to try them and give my opinion on them. So, Jeffrey, thank you. Everybody, thank you for being here. All right, to Distilled Brewed and Reviewed, John, right, your host. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, Amador. I said they make a 10 barrel. I don't know what that's all about, but that's my review of this one, and I will see. And don't forget, now I've attached to this, the first comment in here is mine, and attached to it is my playlist for all my bourbons. A lot of them. Yeah, if you like bourbon, but I do every kind of whiskey, everything with alcohol and coffee. All right, check out my playlist, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to sub.